Hello Sparkle Squad, this is Monica, and today I am showing you a little bit of some jewelry making repair that I am doing. It's actually a repair but also changing the design a little bit. For two necklaces, one is this turquoise necklace that you see here. I have already repaired it. It had come apart on one of the sides, and I actually, in trying to repair that side, had it come apart on me on the second side. So what I've done is I have replaced some of the turquoise stone and these little seed beads here now on both sides. I thought what would be cool, instead of using this huge 4-inch kind of a chunky extender chain, I would use some 20 gauge wire and do a little bit of wire wrapping techniques to add in some larger turquoise chips and some of these turquoise seed beads, along with more of the tiny AB finish seed beads that I had that's over here on the end of her necklace. Make sort of a loop or a large circle, however you want to say it, a hoop if you will, and then add on the chain extender to clasp it off. So that'll give her a little bit of length. It'll also add a little bit more of a design element, since there's a lot going on down here. Pulls the turquoise up here just one last time, and then I'll be moving on to her shell necklace. So I wanted to come in and show you what I'm doing with that. This is a really pretty necklace. There was already a lot of intricate beadwork with the looping of these turquoise beads here with some teardrops, and I thought that that was really pretty. Some AB finish clear glass that is sprinkled throughout. So I'm going to finish this repair here and come back and show you what I wind up doing on the wire wrap. If you want to make any kind of wire wrapping work, 20 gauge wire is really nice to have. This is the kind that I got from Fire Mountain Gems. It's zebra, and it is just a silver plated wire in the 20 gauge strength, and I really like this for most of my wire wrapping needs. If you want to use any kind of round form, like if you have, maybe if you've made rings, or this is a letter opener, I could use this section here to do a wrap. If you have a Sharpie marker, whatever it is that you want to use to wrap the wire around, I am going to use this Beadsmith plier, which you can use to make all kinds of loops and everything. And I want to make this on the largest size, which I believe is a 20, I think it's a 20 millimeter size. So you can just put the wire in here. This is the back part of the plier that also has like a little silicone glove over the top of it. And then this is the top. Now, however you choose to pull the wire and wrap it around is totally up to you. I'm going to put it in the jaw of my plier here so that it doesn't get scratched, and it's using the strength of the plier. And then I'm just going to pull upward right now. If you'd rather pull it in a downward motion, that's up to you, but upward is easiest for me due to the way that I'm filming right now. So I'm just going to pull this up and around on both sides of the wire to where essentially I'm just making a really large split ring almost. This is doubling up the wire here around it. If I wanted to, I could come over here on the ends and pull this down with my bent nose pliers to make it a really tight up against there if I couldn't do it with my fingers, but this will work for my needs. Then pull it off, and now I have a nice loop or a circle. Now for me, I'm only going to use a single circle. I don't want to have a double loop, which is what this would be if I left it like this. If you do want to make a double loop, you'd need a little bit longer piece of wire. My wire was about 6 inches. So I'm going to use my flush cutter to come up here and cut right in the center. I'm going to put these two wires together, get here in the center at the top, give it a cut, and that way when I pull it apart, or when I let the excess fall, my cut is right here in the center where I want it to be, just like it's a humongous jump ring. I'm going to feed these beads on that I was talking about, these chips and seed beads, the mixture. I'm going to feed those on to where it looks like the way I think would be nice, because I'm going to be attaching this up here. And then I'm going to be reducing the size of the circle a little bit when I come and curl the ends with my round nose pliers, so that I can then attach a bit of chain for an extender to clasp this off. This particular necklace is where she has on the back of her neck, so I don't want to make this a huge loop, because then this would be actually right up against the back side of her neck, and that's something that you want to think about as far as the total length of a necklace. But if this is something that you're just wanting to add just a little bit of a design element, then you can do so and just monitor your sizing. So I'm going to begin and end this with a seed bead. I believe these are the 10-aught seed beads that I have. They're really difficult to get onto 20 gauge wire, so they're not going to move as freely as my seed bead is. You know what? I think I'm going to put the chips on right up against the round seed bead, so like that, and then have the clear ended out. So maybe 2 pieces of the chips. Put another seed bead on in the turquoise color, and then put 5 more of the clear. So right now, that is what I have. Now I want to bring this in, and I'm going to make loops on the ends of them. That way I can line up my loops and then feed the chain through. So I'm going to take my round nose plier, and I have a lot of wire here to do this with, so this will make the size loop that I want. So come right here on the edge of that wire and just give it a turn. And I'm going to give it a couple of turns, so I'm essentially now making a double loop. So I have 2 turns to make a double loop, so it's nice and strong. And then I can cut this little bit off here of the back, or I can just use my plier, grab it and turn it up. But I think I'm just going to come through and trim it off so it's a nice flush cut. There we go. Now I'm going to come and do that on the other side. This is the piece now with the chain extender and a little weight, as well as the lobster clasp added on. I decided my little components here, I was going to just make those into earrings, because I was concerned that they were going to be too far back on her neck, since she wants to have like an 18-inch necklace with a little bit of dangle when she wants to wear it a little bit longer, down to 22 inches. So this is it on the turquoise necklace jewelry repair. This is the second piece that I did now for the jewelry making repairs. I have this pearl necklace, and it's like a coin pearl. It's flat on the back. This is a natural, like a freshwater pearl. And I have added a few freshwater pearls in order to get the sizing here on the end that I needed. And also added some more of the clamshell clasps. To have a little bit more dressy look versus just using crimp covers. And put on the extender there on the back that she had previously. So this is now all fixed up, and it is the 2-strand necklace like she was used to having. These are very difficult to do, especially if you're not going to use the knotting technique, which apparently someone had tried to partially do when they made this necklace, but they didn't knot at each bead. So that over time is why it broke apart. Now it has wire and it is crimped, so it'll be nice and strong without sawing through the beads. So let me know, guys. What do you think about my jewelry repairs? So that's it for today. I hope you have found this entertaining. Have a sparklerific day, y'all. Bye!